Now, what is important for you to understand while undertaking such searches is that the literature review is not simply a summary of everything you've read on a given topic, and that it's not a chronological description of what was discovered in a specific field of knowledge. You will need to engage with those sources and to develop critical thinking in relation to those findings, in relation to the methodology applied, and everything in those papers. It isn't enough to just list those papers that you find. The purpose of a literature review is to establish the context of a research project, identify main theories, theoretical frameworks, summarize the evidence prior to starting your research, identify main methods, research designs used previously, and synthesize and evaluate all these areas. So as you see, you're not looking to talk about different papers one by one. You're talking about different theories, theoretical frameworks used by a number of papers and not used by others. Kind of evidence upon which there is consensus amongst the number of authors, and then consensus with an opposite school of thought amongst another group of scholars. Methods, methodologies used by a particular cluster of studies and different ones used by another cluster. So the synthesis and evaluation of those pieces of literature is a very important part of your literature review. It is also to identify gaps in the existing knowledge. This is again a crucial part of your literature review, without which you cannot justify the usefulness of your own research. Back to the stages of your literature review, the next one is to organize and synthesize that literature you have identified. You could use a table such as this one. Now take a few minutes to identify the headings of the columns and of the rows. As you can see, the rows represent the different papers, the different sources of academic literature, and the columns represent the different aspects of your literature review, such as theory, empirical data, research methods, so on and so forth. This is one example of how it might go.